Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, The Monster Within. I am your storyteller Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice, he, him, and I'm here to tell you all a vampire story. So, if you've been here before, you know that we have several content warnings. Going to jump right into this, and then we're going to go straight into the setup because it's going to be a juicy one tonight, y'all. It's going to be a juicy one. Perhaps even a little moist. I think moist is applicable here, probably more than a lot of times I use moist. But if you're in the Twitch chat, you can hit exclamation VCW. But if you're listening on YouTube, just as a general setup, this game may contain body horror, gore, graphic violence, manipulation and coercion, mature language, mind control, psychological and existential horrors, and sexual themes, generally related to feeding. But it could be outside of that because we got a messy ass group here. This particular episode may contain scenes of violence, potential drowning. I'm not saying that will happen, but I just got to throw it out there on the pier, and maybe somebody getting crushed. Things to keep an eye out for. I can't say those things are going to happen, but they absolutely can. If you need to step away for a little bit, if there's something getting a little too wild for you, you can always catch our episodes on YouTube. They're pretty much uploaded twice a week. I know we've been away for a little bit here. I had some computer issues last week, but I think I got that all squared away and we should be golden for tonight. So let's get to it. Now, when we last left off, our kindred had been investigating the docks here in Philly. They were looking into a situation from Dexter, who had given them a job that Crux had agreed to without really any context of what this job might contain. There was a call. It was like, hey, go do this. This is where you need to be. And that was pretty much that. Dropped a little pin for the coordinates and said, hey, you should be able to get here without a problem. You go to this place, do this pickup for us, and we all good. So they started stalking out. They started peeping the pace out. Adonis is hiding in shadows, though having a little bit of an issue with some hunger here and bleeding from hands and head. And it's not a great scene. Not a great scene for Adonis, but Adonis did roll quite well, even with a few messy criticals there to stay hidden. Calliope got a nice perch up on top of some crates to have a good eye of the whole situation and see where they needed to be and if there was anything that was coming through, and saw blurs of shadows moving quite fast through the night. If I remember correctly, Crux was just walking straight into it. Like, this is the point where I need to be at. That's where I'm gonna walk to. Come at me. But poor Delaney was left in the vehicle and the driver's seat, quite a bit of ways away from this to kind of give everybody some good shade instead of driving into it and just lights on. Got some distance between there. So Delaney is probably football field plus away from this whole situation. Delaney in the driver's seat does not see it before it happens. Some flash of a person, tattered rags, runs incredibly fast towards the vehicle, jumps through the window, and is attacking. No. You got to understand that this is dangerous because you don't know who these people are and what they want. Delaney, before you know it, this wretch, and I say wretch because you immediately clock that this is someone who is still breathing. Their eyes are crazed. They have this look in their face that they don't really give a shit about themselves, right? They want something from you. And this haggard looking man, face, hair, kind of just raggedy and matted, is clawing at your skin, pulling at you, and his mouth opens to bite.
No. No, actually.
So, we're jumping into this, right into the action. Vampire is a little bit iffy on initiative. And since we're all spread out, we're just going to play this by distances for the most part. So now, I need you to make me a defensive roll.
Okay. What is that?
Thank you. Because here's the stitch. He's opening his mouth to bite. But you realize that that is something of a distraction because the little light pours in and you can see there's a blade in his hand.
Okay.
So I want you to roll for me.
Repeat that because you cut out a little bit.
Sorry, my cat is scratching at my chair.
Oh.
Bear with me a moment here. Roll me your I'll give you two options. You can roll me strength and athletics or dex and athletics. Either one of them.
Definitely dex and athletics. I'm also going to rouse.
Okay.
So I can add 2 to that.
Okay.
I get hungrier.
Also, for this episode, do not reset your willpower.
No. Oh, you told us that last time. I didn't.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have 3 successes.
Okay. Cool. It's a struggle because this is a very enclosed space. You are right next to this person. They're right in between the steering wheel and you, and he's going to he went to bite to distract you and went to stab from the other end, but you saw it. Smack the hand down and puts between the steering wheel. You have a second to react now. If you want to attack or try to run or move, you have the opportunity.
I think just based on what I've observed so far in the brief few seconds, this thing is faster than me. So running away probably isn't going to work. It's seems to be some kind of enhanced human or something. Not sure because it's still breathing. I think this probably won't, I don't know if this will work. You said I have it pinned up against underneath the steering wheel.
Yeah, just the hand that was trying to stab you, you kind of pushed in between the steering wheel. So the knife can't get to you because it's on the steering wheel.
Could I loop their arm through the steering wheel and try to break it?
Try. It's gonna be a strength and brawl.
Okay. Oh, baby. I only had 2 die, but I did succeed and I crit on one of them.
So you got
And
2 successes.
yes.
Um, you go to do this, and his arm's kind of in there, and you go to twist it so his arm goes around, and he realizes that this is happening right as you do it, and drops the knife and pulls his hand out because he also met your successes. Meanwhile, Calliope, you were the one who saw this person, but you also saw a few others. One is quickly heading towards Crux. There's another one that you just lost in the shadows. And then you sense there's someone else here too, but you can't quite clock it. What do you do?
The second that the sound of the car window shattering happens, Cal is booking it. There is something almost supernatural drawing them back toward Delaney to protect her, to stop whatever the fuck is going on. And there's a little, the still conscious, the real piece of Cal that's moving through the night now, that is on high alert, that is listening to everything, whether it is present or on the edges of their understanding. They do call out Crux before, I think, leaping off of their tall spot, like onto the next one back toward the car.
Okay. So you're just going to use your action to move towards the car. Do you have celerity by chance?
I do. I do have celerity. I have Cat's Grace.
Roll me Dex and Athletics.
Can do, Captain. I have a special skill in athletics called Balance for me to keep myself up here, if that is helpful at all in this instance.
I'll say take 1 because you did jump off of the top of something fairly high, and I think that this would apply.
Going for the other thing?
Getting to in that whole motion.
Great. Oh, Jesus. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Cool. You are moving with your supernatural speed. You know what? You should also roll your celerity on that. If you have whatever number of dots in celerity, you roll those 2 for me.
Okay. That's one for one. 1 success.
Okay. So 5 successes. Yeah. You jump off of this thing and you are moving full speed. And things kind of blur beside you as you're almost, it seems instantaneous to you, Delaney, and even to this creatures in the car with you. Calliope's not there, and then they are.
I have a really desperately vicious idea for how this might look, and something that I'd like to do. So this person is like halfway in the car, kind of was reaching at Delaney.
Laying across the front 2 seats, arm kind of wrapped around Delaney trying to fight, the other arm kind of fighting off the steering wheel over here, and then kind of seeing you out the window and Del right here in front of him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna I like this so much. Cal is moving really fast. And they have been spending a lot of time dancing in front of the mirror in their apartment. And they have noticed a change in their body since being embraced. But this kind of change is different. They're experiencing something a little bit more intense than what they're used to. And they're gonna, like, 1 foot up on the front, it's like I don't know what a car is, on the front of the car, like on the hood, to pull themselves up. And I want them to jump up, and if this person is like reaching over, ostensibly their hips and their back legs are still out of the car.
Yes.
So Cal is going to try to jump up, and then your pelvis, 1 foot on either side to land on this person's body and just invert their like I'm trying to break both their hips by jumping on them really fucking hard.
So you're jumping through like the windshield to do this?
Not necessarily. I was imagining half their body out of the car, but I'm using like getting up onto the front of the.
So the only reason I say this is a big car. It's a Land Rover.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Because that was what we established in the last episode. So the best angle for something like that would be going straight through the windshield.
Fuck it. Straight through the windshield.
Okay. Strength brawl.
Okay. Strength brawl. Cal's scary. Do you still want me to use my celerity or not this time?
Celerity would not apply this time.
Okay. Oh, ye fucking ha. That's 3.
Okay. There's no time for him to react. Because he's already just moved out of the way. You're there, busting through the windshield. You kick through. Basically, bust down on where his hips are kind of like pressed against things, and just there's a nasty sound, but there's also glass flying everywhere. Del, you're going to take 1 superficial damage.
Sorry.
Because the glass breaking here. And then he's going to take 3 damage. And then another superficial because of the glass breaking. He turns and looks at you in the second that you hit him. And it's almost supernaturally fast because he's kind of rolled over and is looking at you. He's like, I'm going to drain you dry.
I think Cal literally doesn't have words. I think they just fucking snarl in his face like an attack dog off a leash.
Excellent. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. All right. I know Ben's not here, but we're going to get to Adonis. Don't you worry. Crux.
I feel like I wasn't that far, but yes, hi.
You weren't that far. But you're not as fast as Cal, if I'm not mistaken.
You are mistaken.
I am mistaken. Okay. Here's the thing, though. I'm rolling some dice here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's to be expected.
Okay. Roll me wits and awareness.
Oh, I think I'm better at that than I usually used to be. One success.
Excellent.
Actually, I'll use willpower because I didn't use that much last, so I'm going to re-roll 3
What'd you
of
do?
these. Yeah, I did.
You might want to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Why, God? Ugh. 2 successes total. Flick.
Okay. 2 successes. You hear what's going on over with Dalani, the window busting. You turn around, you see what's happening there. And then all of a sudden, you feel something crack you in the back of the head. It feels like when you're fighting and you take one of those knockout punches where your brain kind of gets scrambled and you kind of don't see where you are for a second or two, and everything just kind of flashes out and then you're back to yourself. But something hits you and it sounds like metal, and it's right at the back of your head. I got 5 successes, so
What
you
the
are going to
fuck?
take
What did I do?
you're going to take 5 superficial damage as you get hit on the back of your head with a bat. Just thunk.
Ow.
And it's the kind of sound that resonates. Like even you all in the car hear this sound. Just pink.
I guess I fucking turn around instinctively to see what hit me. Is there anything there? Like,
Oh, yes. When you turn around, you see a large woman.
What?
She is around 6'3", probably a solid 320 pounds. Just big everywhere. And she looks at you and is like, I'm gonna fuck you up, small fry. Fuck you up real good. And she also has this crazed, bloodshot look in her face. Her clothes are kind of torn up. She's wearing like a black jacket that ain't been washed in a grip. Torn up, jeans torn up, pair of black boots. She looks like she'd hang out in Brewhouse circles, except less clean.
Based on the one Bruja I've seen. Yeah.
I can't with y'all. I cannot. I can't.
Real.
Anyway, so it's your turn. What do you do?
I think Crux is kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the resonant sound of Cal's voice is kind of ringing in their ear, and I think they choose not to engage with this. They're curious. They're like, who is this? What's going on? But something more mortal is in their heart. They heard Delaney scream. Yeah. So I would also like to use my celerity to move get the fuck away from this person and reconvene. And I think this is new for Crux because they haven't. This is level up, something they hadn't. But I've described Crux as a little bit faster. But I think this moment, kind of that mortal desperation from their previous life, kicks in, and they sprint to the car in the hopes that we can, like, I don't know, make this a 3v3 or something. I don't know what's going on here. I just got hit with a fucking bat. Hard, and that's unnerving because I'm supposed to, like, I think Crux's reasonable mind is still engaged right now. I don't know who this is. I'm supposed to be here doing a job, ? And they hit me real hard.
This person also had a heartbeat, just so you know.
Yeah, I figured. I think that's the most confusing part. Do I need to roll anything?
To run, yes, please roll me Dex, Athletics, or Strength. Yeah, Dex, Athletics, and your celerity.
Strength?
Like strength's not the thing here. Strength will be a thing later.
That's fine. Dex, Athletics.
Also trying to stop you from doing such a thing.
I don't like how big that dice pool sounds.
Why do you look so happy? What's going on?
Just roll your dice, fam. Just roll your dice.
You're evil. I don't trust you. 4 successes.
You go to take off. Just been hit in the back of the head. And you feel the touch of fingers.
Anyway, you want to repeat your very scary description of what just happened?
Yes, I do. Because I rolled very good, but not good enough to stop you. This large person is, You turn around and run away, and their hand reaches out quick, right there. You feel the finger touch down your back as they try to grab you, but just can't quite find purchase. And then you're gone.
And all of this registers in Crux's mind as they move. They feel the hair. They're focused on something, but this is uncanny and strange. No one told Crux that beating hearts can move like this. And they run to the car, presumably looking at all of that's going on. And I'm assuming this isn't that far. This is like 5 seconds, 10 seconds at most.
Oh yeah, this is happening very quickly.
And I think Crux, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Crux, I think instinct is going to, what is this setup? Like, how many windows are broken in the fucking car? Like, what am I looking at?
The
Cal's on
windshield
the
is
hood.
broken, and the passenger side window is broken. Cal is kind of like feet into the vehicle, hands on top of the vehicle, stepping on this person. Delaney is still kind of pinned down under here. This person is turned around and is looking up out of the windshield at Delaney. Blood kind of streaking down them, kind of pushed at an odd angle between the seats.
Push at an odd angle. How visible? I'm assuming I'm coming on the other side of the car. I'm guessing, like, because I'm imagining that, like, we're in like the middle of this, and the truck.
You have celerity. You can be on whatever side of the car you want.
Excellent. That's so nice of you. Whatever side, I guess whatever side this freak is on. Like, I basically want to come on to the side that they're on, open the door, and deliver what I know how to deliver best, and that is a punch that will hurt them bad.
Okay. Go for it.
What the hell? I'm gonna use my other willpower. This is getting insight. Oh, and I can also roll to strength. What is it?
This would be a strength brawl. If you have potence, you can add your potence.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have for potence? What's your
What is that?
abilities?
Oh, I have lethal body.
Lethal body, okay.
And prowess.
Prowess. You have to roll a rouse check if you want to use prowess.
I would like to.
Please do.
I got the good thing. Me not knowing how to explain
You
these.
do not
dice.
get hungrier.
So I roll 2 extra dice. And do I do anything because of lethal body? Because you said their heart is beating, and my lethal body does horrendous.
So you don't
damage.
roll extra dice for potence, by the way. They just gets added to your damage.
Oh,
Just roll.
it's added to damage.
Correct.
Oh, me not understanding a single thing. Yeah, sounds right. Me still not getting it, and that's okay.
It's okay. Potence just adds to your damage that you do. Lethal body does basically the same.
Interesting.
It makes your superficial damage become.
Is there not one? Is there not one? Is that not the one that adds dice? Or am I making stuff up after 2 weeks?
Checking to make sure I am correct, but I believe
Right.
extra successes from that. And the body. Lethal body. Extra damage to mortals. You do aggravated health damage if you want to. So basically all you're doing is just damage on top of damage.
Okay. Damage on top of damage. All right, big dog. Okay, that is 5 successes.
5 successes. How do you attack? What's your angle for this?
So if I'm gathering this information correctly, we've got Cal trying to break this motherfucker's hips, Del trying to break this person's arms, and I, with a newfound speed and desperation, pull up and say, "I heard you." Open the door, and I think it's wild, frenzied. Crux is just going to punch and punch and punch this person's face until, I don't know, a reaction happens, like until it breaks, until they die. I don't think they have an intention. I think they are just, for the first time, unleashing the full amount of strength that they have on another living, quote unquote, creature.
Love that. With the number of successes you had, you just sort of reach over Delaney, through the side, more windows breaking, but this doesn't bother you. You were just in this thing's face. And Del, before that first punch, you can almost feel crack the back of this dude's skull. The second punch bashes further in. The third punch further. The fifth punch, and there's not much of a head left. You're covered in blood. And I'll
how's
give you
that
this
blood?
juicy tidbit. The blood is not entirely human.
Good.
There's a taste of kindred blood in here.
Ooh, I was gonna say, I do think Crux,
Like a ghoul or something.
once the hand goes through, kind of like lost in this stupor, licks their hand, knowing that it's not gonna taste good to them, and then it's like, wait.
Yeah, it doesn't sate any hunger.
No.
But it definitely has the taste of them having a little sippy cup of somebody else.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it tastes kind of like a Capri Sun, like it's not gonna fill me whatsoever.
It doesn't fill Crux, but would it fill Delaney?
I mean, if you take a turn to drink from this, yes, but just having some blood splash on you.
She's going to. I'm at 4 hunger. So as soon as the first splash of blood hits my face, I descend on this fucking creature.
Cool. Yeah, if you use your turn doing that, you can drink from here. It is fresh enough for you to get some satisfaction from this. And bring your hunger down to 1. You didn't kill it, so can't bring it down to lower than that.
Yeah. And that's fine. It's just like she in that moment like defended herself, and then Cal showed up, and then Crux showed up, and then like that's just blood sprayed across her face. And I think like if anybody's paying attention to her, she just loses all of her composure and just descends on this like a fucking hyena.
I do think Crux being there sees you do this, kind of like, I'm assuming you grab the body to drink, lets you have it, closes the door, almost giving you probably leaves one door open, but closes the door towards the pier, comes out licking their hand, nods to Cal, and is like, we got another one, let's go. And is gonna and like
Cal is paying attention to Delaney descending on this thing like a hyena, and their eyes are struck and full of stars and shards of glass as they tilt their head. Like they're like kind of crouched on the hood now. When Crux came in and just started pummeling, they like got down a little, and they like look and like this smile breaks across their face, watching you feed. And then they turn their back like they're defending you, and they stand up on the hood and like look down at Crux as they say that, and then kind of look out into the darkness to see where the fuck anything else is, because Cal knows that there are others.
Do you look at Crux like at all in that interaction?
Yeah, and you can see their pupils are fucking ginormous.
I think you would be able to see like for the first time, probably in your entire time of knowing Crux, you've probably seen this part. What is it called? The eyes of the beast are out. So full on like a haunting creatures looking into the night for these people. And there's a smile on their face after that kill. This is the happiest you've ever seen Crux in all of the time that you've seen. And they don't even know it.
Mm.
One thing for you, Delaney, I don't normally take this. I don't really play a lot with blood resonance. But in this particular case, there is a resonance from this particular blood. It is choleric. Choleric blood generally brings on the emotions of anger, violence, passion. This fiery is the element. And this will give you an extra die to your celerity, potence, should those apply.
Celerity or potence?
Correct.
Great, I have none of that.
Hey, listen, you can get what you can get.
Nothing. I get nothing.
While y'all have this little bit of moments, Adonis is aware of the situation that is happening here. You don't see this. I want to preface this because it is quick. Adonis is quite strong. But there's a moment where something is sniffing around. You are more, I think all of you now, with this particular thing that has been destroyed in front of you, are more aware of the smell of blood than probably normal. It is very much like in you, and the beast is speaking a little bit more than normal, saying, hey, we can feast tonight. This is it. This is no regrets. Just let me out. Let me do my thing. And because it's so potent and pungent here, it kind of makes you a little less aware further away. That big motherfucker is gone. You don't see Adonis at all. You don't notice Adonis is there or not, because Adonis blended in quite well with the shadows. There's no signs. That's all.
So I think there is seconds, maybe not even a minute, maybe like definitely seconds of until Dell is done feeding and Crux is kind of licking their hand, like a looking around, trying to like superficially be like, and also telling Cal and Dell that there's another one, there's a big woman out there. She's strong and she's not slow. And then like is assuming Crux is like, yeah, she's gonna come out here. And then when she doesn't, then they want to pick us off.
Who is they? As an aside.
Crux looks to the car because that's the only answers that we have.
Yeah, can we search this body for like anything in the pockets? Oh, also, look at the knife that they dropped for anything.
Oh, the knife is barely more than like a prison shake. This is
Oh.
somebody's well-used everything
reliable.
knife. Yeah.
Boo!
Not
But
even
it's in
cool.
poor shape overall. If you were human, and worried about getting stabbed with this knife, you would be worried that this knife might give you something.
But we're not. So does it resemble? I've been stabbed with stakes. Does it resemble a steak or steak shape?
No. This is a knife.
Interesting. We need to move. Are you done, Belle?
Uh-huh.
Let's
It's just
get out
like
of the car.
blood dripping down.
Cal turns and leans a hand down, almost like they were asking you to dance, to pull you out of the shattered like windshield up onto the hood of the car with them.
I take it. The person didn't have anything like on them.
No,
all.
they were
Okay.
basically wearing rags. Like,
Okay.
the best you could make a comparison to this person is this is someone who looked kind of strung out.
Okay. Yeah. I let Cal pull me out of the car. There's like glass like falling off of me like snow almost.
Yeah, you don't get any more injured coming out this way because Cal's kind of looking out for you.
Yeah.
So which one of us has above table? So which one of us has the best wits and awareness? How are we gonna find them? Crux, on the other hand, so on the other hand, is like, why did they taste like kindred?
Well, that's how you make ghouls. You feed them your blood.
That
Were
much?
they ghouls?
I mean,
Anybody got dots in a cult?
I have one.
Roll me your intelligence in a cult. If you don't have a cult, you can roll me. I'd say. Get a roll here. No, that's it. That's the only one. It's the only one that makes sense.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Delaney, you know that ghouls are generally fueled off of kindred blood. They're bonded to a kindred. But you've never seen a ghoul look like this. Ghouls are generally pretty well put together and seem to have sort of focused thought behind their actions. This did not seem like thoughts behind actions. Outside of basically the same kind of thing if your beast was taken over, if you were at that level of hunger.
Well,
This makes you think that these are maybe ghouls that were no longer ghouls, released from service, and just need their next fix of vampire blood.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They're commonly referred to as blood junkies.
Yeah, so I mean, normally ghouls are bonded by blood, and I mean, depending on how long they've been bonded would maybe account for how much kindred blood was in their system. But it seems like maybe whoever they were bonded to has abandoned them, which it would explain, at least in this case, kind of the frenzy.
What the fuck does that? What about? Look, I know I didn't ask enough questions, but I don't think Dexter sent us here to take care of some ghouls.
Considering that we were supposed to safely deliver a package, I doubt it.
Great. So that's the other part of the job. What was it? Kill it, and I think it was if there's trouble, like take care of it and don't
break the
something.
masquerade.
Yeah, don't break the masquerade. Okay, I guess I think not to sound like I'm playing a different game, but I do think we might have some like random equipment bought in case we were supposed to be, unfortunately, trafficking something or someone. So maybe there's like not rugs, but something in the back to take care of, like a
Tarp,
bag
maybe?
or something, a tarp probably. As we've kind of dealt with something like this before, unfortunately.
There's just a really nice Gucci blanket in the trunk because this is
I'm okay with
Adonis's
that
car.
being it. Yeah, so I think
Sure, I'll go with that.
yeah.
We're also close to Sal's container, right?
Ooh, yes we are. Okay,
You
well,
Also
Sal's-
had a container y'all were supposed to go to.
Yeah, we could just put
Yeah, I
this
know.
in it.
I don't know if that's whatever. It's fine. I don't know if that's the solution, but I hear you.
I mean, there's
What
also
I
a
was-
river right next to y'all.
You've warned me against that type of
Yeah.
bad idea. I would
I guess
not be doing that.
What my thought process was is like maybe Sal's container has something that we
Yeah.
can maybe use,
Hmm.
or at the very least put things in,
Yeah.
and then blame it on him. And he's dead, so he can't
Yeah,
defend
he's
himself.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, let's play. I think Crux is like, yeah, let's blame it on Sal.
I will note that this container is in a very dark area of the pier, which seems like it was very intentionally made that way. There's nowhere
Yes.
else on the docks that is like that.
Mm.
Mm,
This would be a good place to hide a body.
That's the
If need
only reason I'm saying, like, so Sal has a container, but it ain't here.
It's in the.
It's in the
Oh,
way.
I thought we had parked near closer to Sal's container than the other container.
It's on the other side. I
Okay.
think.
yeah, This
Okay.
one's like
I think I had
also kind of
imagined
on
it
that
differently
side, but
last
down.
time. So basically, this is the human container part, and the other part, that's where vampires could keep their shit. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Cal is gonna kind of hop off of the hood of the SUV. I'm having a really hard time with cars right now.
It's an
They're
SUV.
gonna
It's an
hop
SUV.
Yeah.
off the hood of the SUV.
I think we said it was an Escalade because I feel like that's like,
Escalade,
Yeah,
not
douchiest.
Lambo,
Escalade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Escalade.
yeah. Because I suggest that because it's like the douchiest SUV to me.
All black
I don't know.
marked out
Totally.
Escalade.
all black.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
And it's
Bulletproof
matte paint.
That
Yep.
paint.
Oh
Yep.
God.
Vile, terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Cal hops off the hood and is going to kind of take a few tentative steps. Not tentative, they take a few steps forward, kind of listening as much as they can, tilting their head. They were the one who noticed those beings first, the other ghouls, because there was the big whammon, but ostensibly also at least two other things they felt / noticed. So Cal is kind of going like kind of a lure out in front of the other two in the car, pulling forward a little bit, trying to get a sense of if they're there, as someone who has at this point obfuscated and hid in the shadows quite a bit, trying to see if they can pull anything out from anyone else.
Do you have any dots and auspex?
Yes, I do. I have premonition. I have 2 dots in auspex.
Okay. We're gonna force premonition here.
Oh, fuck!
You're looking around. You take in, everything's going on around. And it's almost like time slows down. The gentle lap of the water splashing against the edges of the pier slows to its barely tapping. You kind of look around and you see the sight of everything was here, and you look back behind you and you see the car, and it's almost like things are playing a rewind. You see yourself coming back around the car. You see the person jumping through the window. You see the shapes moving through the darkness. You see one shape that you lost. And then time zooms back forward again. And you see that shape that you lost quickly turn their head. See a trickle of blood on the ground. Look back up. Sniff the air. And then dart. Fast as you, almost. And then Adonis turns around, hearing the window break. And there's a hand over Adonis's mouth. And the big one comes lumbering forward. Not running as fast as you all. Not at all. But moving deftly through the shadows. Oof. And then they're there. And they have Adonis. And they have wrapped Adonis close and then stake to the chest. The little one that had grabbed Adonis's mouth, pulls Adonis forward, and they jump into the water. Right as they jump into the water, right as Crux busts through the window, almost timed at the same time. The window breaks, the water splashes. You're smart enough to know they're gone now.
Yeah. But I don't think it stops Cal from going toward the water, toward the edge of the dock. And the other two can see Cal kind of just suddenly go really still, which is odd because usually there's a lot of movement with Cal. They're always kind of leaning or pulling or stretching or flexing, turning, fiddling with their hair, fiddling with their clothes. But they go really still for a moment, and then their head turns, almost as though they were mimicking that one they had lost. They also sniff the air the same way that it did in that premonition vision memory. Like, they see it like a dance played out on a theater stage where suddenly, like, the puppet of Adonis is pulled away off stage and Cal moves like they're a dancer across a stage, except they're moving through the world. They move toward the edge where the wings would be, the curtain. And they look down into the water, their eyes kind of roving over it. And you better stay alive, motherfucker. We lost them. Donnie too.